This is Daniel with Beauty Snakes. Today we're going to talk about why people like me keep so many snakes. I'm going to talk about different snakes' personalities, their colors, and the amazing experience it is to keep so many different snakes. You're watching Beauty Snakes. Now the first snake I want to talk to you about is my coastal carpet python. He was the first carpet python I got, and well, the main reason why I keep so many is because they all have different personalities. Now this one has a personality just pretty laid back, but always curious on what's going on, the next door, and whatnot, which is really cool. Makes me just fascinated by him. He loves to be held, loves to see what's around you, loves to be around your neck, just awesome personality. Now coming down here to my jungle carpet python, she's a little bit different. She's not one that really likes to be held that much until she's been held for a few minutes. Now once she's been held for a few minutes, she doesn't like being put back in her cage. Like I said, different personalities. And also, it's the different colors. This one has more of a yellow color to it versus the coastal carpet python that I showed you before more has a greenish color to them. Now the next one I'm going to show you is another carpet python. This is a coastal carpet python. She also has a different personality. She just likes to be left alone. She never strikes and never acts aggressive towards me except for when I first got her. But she still just likes to chill in her cage, be left alone, and she always likes to be up and high in the branches that I put in her cage. Now this snake is probably one of my favorite snakes because of its color. It's a vibrant yellow, it's a green tree python, it's still just a baby. Has very much a aggressive personality, much like a lot of the green tree pythons. You know, they just have aggressive personality. Now, that's fine with me because once you have her out of the cage, she's very gentle, she just moves around, and eventually she'll wrap right around your wrist and just stay very calm, collected, and not bother anything, and not strike or bite. So, like I say, different personalities, awesome snakes. Now this snake here, you can't really see him too well, so let's go ahead and let's move his hide. Alright, this snake here is an albino Brooks king snake. Now his personality is, leave me alone, I just want to eat everything that's in here, and if you pick me up, I'm going to poop all over you. So I don't handle him nearly as much as I probably should. He's a beautiful snake, love him to death, but let's just face it, I don't like being pooped on.
Snake Update.
Alright guys, this is Snake Update on my Snowcorn Bonita. You guys haven't seen much of her since she laid eggs. She's just been piling on food, eating as much as she can. Being a good girl, staying very secluded, not really been one to like to be handled ever since she laid, but she's been doing very good. She's not aggressive or anything, just moves around a lot, so it gets it really kind of hard to hold her. But she's eating regularly again. I don't think she's going to lay again this season, but yeah, she's doing good. That's been Snake Update. Alright guys, I got a special request from a friend on Facebook asking me questions on problem shedders. When they won't shed completely, when their eye caps won't come off, or if they won't shed at all, if there's pieces left on their back, what do I do? So what I'm going to do in this next part is I'm going to show you the tricks that I do to deal with all those problems with all my many snakes. So here we go. Alright guys, the first trick I do is I just use a water bottle, filled with water, obviously, and I just hose down the tank, just like this. Get the snake all good and wet, get the bedding all good and wet, make sure everything is good and drenched. As you see, some snakes like it, some snakes move around quite a bit during this, which is fine. They eventually get used to it. I have some snakes that absolutely hated it at first. Now they absolutely love it. So don't worry about that. And you know, if this trick doesn't work, I'm going to show you some more that will. Now, this next trick I'm going to show you is quite a simple trick. There's not much to it. You take your regular bags that you use to cart your snakes around. You go ahead and you stick your snake right in there, just like that. And now what you're going to want to do is you're going to take your water bottle and just spray the whole entire bag down. Make sure it's good and moist. And then you just leave them in there. Now what this will do is this will help take off eye caps. It'll also help take off extra pieces of skin and everything else. Now what this actually does is it moistens the skin that's left on the snake, and the snake will move around a lot inside the bag, which will create a lot of friction. With that friction, it'll help release the leftover skin that is left over. This is a trick that works very well. Now this next trick is a trick that I use the absolute most. I like to fill the water up just a little bit. As you can see, it's not too high. And I just like to let the snake just swim around. Now some snakes really do not like this. Now what I do with the snakes that don't really like it is I just kind of force them to be in there a little bit. Sometimes that'll make them get a little snippy. Sometimes they'll enjoy it. You just got to feel the snake out and see how they like it. As you can see, this coastal carpet python really enjoys it. She's not swimming around much. She's just chillaxing, enjoying the water. Now, I put warmer water in here with them. I don't like to put cold water because, well, they're cold-blooded animals. They need the warmth. Now, you got to be careful with this. What's warm to us can be scalding hot to them. So you got to be really careful on that, but just let them swim around a little bit. That'll loosen up the skin that's on them, and generally that'll either allow the skin to come off in your hands when you hold them after the bath, or you can just peel it right off. Now you got to be really careful with peeling off the skin to a snake, for the simple fact is if you peel it too early, they'll get dry spots in their scales, which then will cause, sometimes, mostly on corn snakes I found, it'll cause their scales to fall right off. So if they have not gone through the blue-eyed stage, and it's been a couple weeks after the blue eyes, I don't recommend doing that. Try all the other tricks that I've shown you today and see if that works. And if that does not work, then go ahead and try this. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I went over, that's good to know, some good helpful tips for when you're having a problem shutter. And also I kind of went over, you know, why I keep so many darn animals and why other people might keep them also. So if you guys would like me to do a shout out, just leave me a comment below. Or go to Facebook and search Beauty Snakes, like us on there, and leave me a comment on there or even a message, and I'll be sure to get with you as soon as I can, and we'll be able to put you in our next video. You guys have a good one. This has been Beauty Snakes.